Hi everyone, welcome back to Barb Reacts, where I react to politics, I react to the people in power and in charge and all their shenanigans. Today we're diving into a growing concern within the Democratic Party, a significant decline in support from the young male voters. What's going on? What are the Democrats doing to turn it around? And are these efforts actually working, or is the party missing the mark? Let's break it down. In the 2024 election, Donald Trump pulled in 56% of the vote from the men aged 18 to 29, according to the national polls. That's a sharp warning signal from the Democrats, who once held a strong support from younger demographics. So what changed? Some analysts point to the frustration that they had with the woke politics. Others say it's about economic uncertainty, alienation, and a lack of a targeted messaging. Either way, young men, especially white and Latino men, are drifting right.
People feel, I think, is real. And that's why the answer is you have got to deliver results in people's lives.
And is that the same answer to the question that you have posed about why so many young men have left your party? I mean, young men, this is a group that Joe Biden won by double digits in 2020. Donald Trump won young men in 2024. That's a huge swing. So was it your policies? Was it your message? Or is it both?
Well, I think about the foundation for our race in the first place. It was young people, and a lot of it was young men, because I think we were speaking to them and not speaking at them.
In response, Democrats are rolling out a new initiative. It's called the $20 million campaign called Speaking with American Men, or the SAM Project, led by strategist Ellis Hogue and pollster John Della Volpe. The program is designed to understand what resonates with men today, from economic issues to masculinity to social identity. They're even exploring outreach through video games and sports platforms. The goal: speak directly to young men in ways that, they feel relevant, not pandering.
It's like Kamala ain't like take no stance on none. Like she wasn't clear. Like she wasn't standing on none. Trump was at least standing on stuff. Like he had clear. He told you what he was gonna do, what he wanted. She was like flip-flop. Like she wasn't standing. She wasn't standing on none. Like society getting soft. Like everything's so soft, sensitive, filtered, and all that. And then you got Trump. He gonna say what he want, like regardless. He don't really got no filter. He gonna say what he want.
As far as the right, there are a lot of young men who see themselves in the examples that they're seeing on the right. They see principled people, whether they come from the same religious or social background as they do. They see people who are about their family. On the left, you see this notion that a family can look like anything other than a man and a woman. And there are a lot of young men who don't believe in that. They don't agree with that.
And other communities that decided to side with the Republican Party. And I don't know everything, but one of my theories is because we're not meeting the needs of average, everyday working citizens. People are telling you groceries are too high. People are telling you that rent prices are out of control.
They will, tend to hedge toward conservatism because those clips speak to them better. The Joe Rogans of the world, all those, kind of conservative clips that they listen to or podcasts that they listen to speak to them.
See, Vice President Kamala Harris, she took that issue during her presidential campaign. She made an effort, an appearance on Twitch, were, PR stunts, and they weren't genuine. It's like they were pandering. And the polls showed her support among young men continued to lag. They weren't enough. On the ground in Georgia, the Young Democrats of Georgia launched a voters outreach program specifically targeting Black and Latino men between ages 27 and 50. Their message is simple. Every vote counts and every voice matters. But this kind of community-driven work often lacks funding, visibility, and national campaigns. Now we got David Hogg, the 25-year-old Parkland shooting survivor activist. He's a vice chair of the Democratic National Committee, and he's not playing it safe. Hogg is backing young, progressive challengers who are taking an older Democratic incumbent in deep blue districts. He says the party needs to stop talking about Gen Z and start listening to them. But this push for generational change is stirring up controversy. Some fear it could fracture the party further.
Made a lot of people mad, threatening to spend millions to primary Democrats. Legendary Democratic strategist James Carville wasn't having it.
Let me be extremely clear. I am not trying to defeat Democrats. I am trying to replace Democrats with better Democrats.
Well, you're running against them in a primary. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're trying to beat them.
Now Hogg's role as DNC vice chair is on the road.
But this push for generational change is stirring up controversy. Some fear it could fracture the party further.
Statement, Hogg responded, "The DNC has pledged to remove me, and this vote has provided an avenue to fast-track that effort. But here's the twist. Carville, the same guy who called Hogg a twerp, defending him before the vote even happened, calling out the process."
Are we really going to do this? Are we really going to? We just got clobbered with young people. We got clobbered by males. We got clobbered by identity politics.
At the state level, Democratic governors are taking action too. In Maryland, we have Governor Wes Moore has launched an effort to study how to support men and boys facing systematic obstacles. In Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer is encouraging higher education and trade school enrollment for young men. See, these efforts are beyond electoral politics. They're about social infrastructure and identity. So can the Democrats win back young men? The answer depends on whether they're willing to listen, not just market, and whether they address the deeper concerns driving young men away, not just offer a slogan or performative speech. As political lines keep shifting, one thing is clear. Young men will be a deciding force in future elections. See, the question isn't just who will win them over, it's who truly understands them. If you found this breakdown helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more political deep dives, and share your thoughts in the comments. How do you think Democrats and the Republicans should talk to young voters? Let's keep this conversation honest. This is Barb Reacts.